Hey, Storm and Demon Slants, it's me, Spike coming to this video. I am turning Reincarnated slime characters into dragons. This is an idea I've had for a little bit of time, but my little brother already made video ideas. He wrote it down as one, and yeah, I actually had some fun. These total amount of time it took me to make all these drawings was only around an hour, 14 minutes, and if I remember correctly, like 45 seconds. Didn't take me too long at all. But in the future, I do plan on making more of them. But trust me, it was a little fun, and trust me, like I stated, they are a little pain to make. But I forgot to mention before we get into this, I want to mention that I'm back in school, so I am very limited on how many videos I can make a week because I have my own schoolwork to do and all that. So yeah, and every Saturday I would announce what the amount of videos are going to be next week on Saturday, so like tomorrow now. And I might tell y'all at least one video that's coming out that week. I'll also tell you how many videos are coming out, like I stated. But hey, for now, let's get into this video and let's go. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Okay, the first dragon I'm going over is a very stupidly overpowered dragon. This dragon is something I made the mistake of making. The overseer of this world turns out to be my father. Yeah, I didn't know about that either. Turns out, he gave me the ability to make creatures. He also gave me knowledge of other universes and other multiverses. I bloody hate that, to be honest. I get migraine every now and again because of that knowledge. And I know about this one world called Reincarnated as a Slime. It's actually an anime in this world. Really cool. Although there are a bunch of people from My Hero Academia and a few that are based off of Sword Art Online characters. But anyways, I decided to make some dragons based off 6 of them. And for the record, I'm not the new overseer of this world. I'm just his son, and I have some minor abilities. The first one is Rhema Tempest. But as I dubbed him in this world, the power-eating gluttonous slime dragon, or gluttonous slime dragon. He has wings and a bladetailed. It's hard to say. But he has a bladed tail. He's part of the razor tail family and the sword tail family offshoot. It's more of a short sword, to be honest. He is actually relatively small. He's about the size of an average desk per wing. So, and his small body. And for the record, he is able to. These dragons are able to actually put their wings in their own body, but they're only able to do it to so much an extent. They still have little like wings showing off, and same thing with a tail. It's just like a little line, just like a little small snake tail with a little point at the end of it. It's pretty much like a porcupine quill. But I made the mistake of giving it the ability called Gluttony. I know Rhema Tempest has an ability called Beelzebub, which is a whole much more powerful. But I didn't want to make him that broken. But I still made the mistake of giving him Gluttony. Hence the power eating part. Just like Rhema Tempest, he's able to absorb attack and absorb other opponents. That's including bloody other dragons. They're about 50 times his size. And yes, while some of them have eaten dead humans and been able to shapeshift into them. Not exact copies of humans, but something along the lines of a near replica of them. They can come in a variety of colors, but most of them are blue. Like Rhema Tempest himself. But unlike Rhema Tempest, they are mostly see-through. And I did copy that same expression. You know, his eyes are shut and he has little squint marks on the top of them. And before you ask, yes, I made a humanoid version of them. And one of them is named Rimuru. Matter of fact, he did the exact same thing as he did in the anime in this world. He made a freaking monster village. But except it's actually more well received in this world. On the count because how many bloody dragons we have, they're just stupidly powerful. And I forgot to mention, he ate a bloody domestic black dragon. So now he has upgraded to a dark blue. He's now known as the domestic dark blue slime. And trust me, domestic dark blue slimes are very powerful. Domestic slimes are just black. But he is more powerful than that. He pretty much has all the other abilities of Rhema Tempest. I might actually have my brother go with me, go to interview with him and his subordinates. And yes, he does have Diablo on his side. He is utterly broken. Let's get to the next one. The next bloody dragon I regret making is the flaming blade-tailed Keajin dragon. And for the record, Keajins long existed in this world before before I created these dragons. I just got the idea to make these Keajin dragons because they're based off of ogre dragons. Yeah, I know. My father did make ogre dragons. They're not as powerful as some of them, but they're still pretty bloody powerful. These dragons are mostly red, and they're actually quite small. Wingspan, each wing is around 50 feet, so they're around 100 feet long, wingspan-wise. But their body's actually longer. Actually, get this, around to 60 feet. So, yeah, their wings only stretch back around, well, technically they're actually around closer to 70 feet. About 5 inches, about 5 feet for the head, and right to where the wings are. And the rest, 25 feet, I believe, so 100, and that's around 70 feet long, so 5 feet. The extra 15 feet is around his tail. His own tail reaches around 10 feet, and then you got a 5-foot blade on the end of it. So, yeah. And for the record, this thing can ignite its tail at will. It can also breathe fire, so there's that. It has 2 horns, albeit pretty noticeable horns. It has a red mark underneath its eye, and a little tuft of scaly red hair. It also has some golden marks on it, and these things can also be found wandering the forest near Tempest, which is the name, well, Rimuru, which is the name of the town he set up. I purposely made that one. And yes, there is a dragonkin Bimmaru. Every single one of these is a dragonkin. They're dragonkin Keajins. It's a new species I kind of accidentally made. Other abilities include their sword. They're an off-brand of the Swordtail family. They are a katana family. So, yeah, closely related to the swordtail family, but they're their own off-brand. There's different types of swords, so there's bound to be different types of dragons, bladed dragon types. But they're also they also got a noticeable frill like a dragon, like a lion mane. It's actually right there is actually more of a little thing right there, just for a protection for the head. You see, the head is actually quite an easy thing to hit, but this thing acts like a magical magnet for most attacks, and so it has a quite high resistance to it. Let's go to the next one I regret making. And before I go on, I forgot to mention the common name is the flaming blade-tailed dragon. I think I said that, but I might have forgotten to. Let's get to the next one. Sorry. The next one is known as Assassin Twin Bladed Tailed Keajin Drake, or Assassin Twin Blade Tailed Drake. This dragon I based off Suihei, who's actually, to be honest, one of my personal favorites. Yeah. The reason why is because I really like spies and stuff like that. Sue me, okay? Yeah, sorry. But these dragons are very powerful in their own right. Just like so, they have the ability to use body double, but still, that's not even their full power. Their full power is very, very devastating and very scary. They mostly can shoot the sticky steel thread out of their horn at the top of their head, but they're also able to shoot it out of their tails. Yeah, tails, because it has two ends to it. And they're also able to shoot it out of underneath their paws, their legs. You know where I'm talking about. But the reason why they're able to do that is because, you know, the dragon might be stuck on its back and can't get up, and so they can use that to actually maneuver to where they can actually get back on their hind legs. Let's just say these dragons are quite agile. They are very small, only actually standing around 20 feet long. That's actually only around a 10-foot body, 10-foot long tail. So, yeah. Very stinking long dragon. But they are, like I already stated, pretty powerful in their own right. Let's just say these dragons are also very, very sneaky. They are able to hide themselves in the shadow relatively well. And just like Sohei, they are able to use Shadow Step, and he can control them any way he wants. They also have a minor on their own free will, but most of these dragons, there's actually around, for every one, there's actually about 4 other copies of it. The way you can tell is because these copies are all have no pupils. Yeah, it's a very weird thing, but they don't. So, yeah, let's get to the next one we're making. The next one I regret making is a, how do I put this? An orc dragon. Yeah, I created orc dragons. My father created ogres, and I created orc dragons. Sue me, okay? This one I based off Geld. It's known as the Earthquake Blade. Well, correction. Titanic Earthquake Blade-tailed Boar Dragon, or Titanic Blade-tailed Boar Dragon. They are very, very powerful and very strong dragons. They have very muscular legs, and the legs alone make them stand around 5 feet tall. So, yeah, their wingspan is only around, if I remember correctly, trying to remember because these things are really big. Their wingspan is around 150 feet that's total. So around, if I remember correctly, 75 feet per wing. So yeah, they have a pretty big wingspan. From their right around where their wings start to their front of their head, that's around 3 feet. And they have a body length from snout to tail end is, if I remember correctly, around well, technically these things don't really have that big of a big wingspan. Actually, that's for an orc lord. That's from an orc lord dragon. These dragons actually have around have a smaller wingspan, which is only around 20 feet. And yeah, the 5 feet tall thing, their legs are actually only around 2 feet tall. Very small dragons by most standards, but still, their head from around their where their head snout starts to where the wings start, that's only around a foot. The orc lord dragons are a whole lot bigger. They have a 30 foot wing body length. 20 feet is just for the for that rest of the body, and the extra 10 feet is the tail. And the tail is actually a butcher tail. It's actually a butcher knife tail offshoot. They are very powerful, just like the name suggests. They have the abilities to cause earthquakes. The one I based off is Guild, okay? These dragons have 3 fanged markings on their chest. And just like the others, they can be found patrolling the borders of remember correctly, of Tempest, of the Tempest Federation. They can also are found helping the orcs the dragonkin orcs carry the heavy cargo loads by pulling the cart themselves. They are very strong, like it suggests. Let's get to the next one. These things, the next ones I based off of Shin'en. Shin'en in the anime is taller height-wise than Bimaru, but these dragons are actually a whole lot smaller. Their body length from snout to tail end is usually around 50 feet long. They have a 30-foot long, well, technically 25 feet. They have a bloody 10-foot long tail. The rest of their body is 25 feet long. Their tail is 10 feet long. Well, technically around 15 feet long, actually. Because that massive sword itself is 7 feet long. So, yeah. So if I remember correctly, I said 30 feet for the body. 50 feet, sorry. 50 feet for the body. 50 feet for the body. Their tail is around 7. The blade itself is around 7 feet. That would mean 43 feet left. So I've tracked around, I want to say, to be safe, 13 feet. From that, got a 30-foot body and a 20-foot long tail. So, yeah, pretty big. They also have a single horn, just like, the Sohei dragon. Their wings are actually longer than their body. Their wingspan is a collective total of 100 feet. So 50 foot per wing. So, yeah. And these dragons are actually extraordinarily light, only weighing around a ton. Whereas the Titanic Bladetailed Boar dragons, those things easily can clock in around 3 tons. The Drake, the only Drake I mentioned, can clock in around 500 pounds, and the Gluttonous Slime Dragon clocks in only around 20 pounds. But for the Flaming Blade-tailed Dragon, those things clock in around 2 tons. So yeah, they're pretty heavy. But do not let that fool you. These dragons are powerful. And I was talking stupidly powerful. Like Shin'en did to the orcs. They can cause a giant air slash attack by dropping their blade-tailed at the end down, and they are part of the how do I put this? They're an off-brand called the Hercules Sword tail family. They are very powerful. They don't really have any markings like the Sohei or the Flaming Blade-tailed Keajin, but do not let that make you underestimate them. They are very powerful and very scary. The Dragonkins are very bad at cooking, but I'm surprised one has gained a decent good cooking. Let's get to the last one. Okay, the final one I'm going over is a Wyvern. A very, very, very small Wyvern. They only stand up to around 6 feet tall, so they're very short even by Wyvern standards. They're short. They have a 20-foot wingspan, which is quite remarkable. But their tail, I didn't mention their tail. I want to mention their height. Their tail itself stretches around 10 feet, not really, well, close to 10 feet. Stretches around 7 feet itself. The blade at the end of it is actually only around 2 feet long, and the rest of their tail is around 5 feet long. But these dragons are known as the sneaky blade-tailed Keajin Wyvern. They have 2 small horns, which are a tan color, not really tan, more of a white skin tone color. But those are really light, but their skin is actually a little bit lighter than that. These things have like a near golden brownish feet and a little blackish yellow section. But they also have a weird formation around their neck, which is the same color as their as the bottom of their feet. And they do have 2 little stingers, just like a regular wyvern. But when creating this thing, I put too much power in it by accident. These things are stupidly strong. When making them, I went into a pocket dimension. My dad, the overseer, I'm still calling him overseer, I'm not going to be used to calling him dad for a while. I gave him the ability I tested it out, and between one of the strongest dragons, the Flaming Blade-tailed Dragon, and versus this guy just around maybe a few inches away from slicing that thing's head clean off. After analyzing and dodging attacks for 5 minutes, it just flew up, dived down, swung its tail. The thing just about barely missed, but I saw a few of its scales clip off, just from the air pressure change alone. So yeah, and I forgot to mention, me and my brother will be going over and interviewing the Dragonkins sometime soon. And trust me, they are very powerful. They're actually more powerful than their dragon counterparts. But that's all for now. See ya. I hope you enjoyed today's video because all the time I got for today. Until next time, subscribe to enjoy Spike's Journey or do you want to laugh? Goodbye and peace out, everyone.